Hello, everyone. My name is Miata. I'm in the Women's Study course. Um, I will be explaining everyday sexism. One of the first examples I want to get right into is just basic everyday sexism. It all starts with, from the time that we're born to the time that we get old enough and we just think that a prince is what we need because we've been taught that we're just a housewife, that's pretty much all we're good for. And then when we start working, we get judged that why are you working? You have the life. You're supposed to be just a stay-at-home mom or a wife and clean or whatever. I think women deal with a lot of sexism on at work, 9 times out of 10, men are getting paid way more than women. No matter how successful the woman is, she's going to always be looking up to a man. I don't know if the world wants this whole look that a man should always be superior, because that's what we learned from generations and generations. But I think it's kind of sad because we see it all the time and we think it's okay. I thought it was okay until I started this course and really got educated on what was going on. For example, I was watching CNN and I take it back. I was watching Fox, I think. And I was kind of seeing one of the co-hosts or whatever. They were talking about politics. They were talking about other stuff, and the man was basically like talking down on women, and there was a woman sitting right beside him and she didn't say anything. And I thought to myself, how can you even allow a man to joke in a manner about anything, talking about women, including yourself, and you can just stand there not saying anything? So I happened to go online, and there was actually clips of like different news broadcasting or whatever, such as Fox, CNN, NBC, and other ones. And they were just showing how many times that men on the show, how they kind of bully women, how they talk. They say in a joking manner, and everybody thinks it's a funny joke when it's really not. You're talking about a woman looks good. She doesn't look good enough to talk about what y'all are talking about, but she looks good enough to wear a cute top or something like that. That shouldn't define who she is. Why can't she be equal as you on the stage talking about important subjects? I thought it was pretty interesting that we see it on television and there's nothing being said about it. Another example is my daughter watches Disney. I'm pretty sure everybody's watched Disney before, and she watches all the princess movies and stuff. And I was actually watching one of the movies with her, and it was actually The Little Mermaid. And basically, the one girl did everything she could to get a man. She lost her voice. She had a beautiful physique, She did everything in her power to get that man. And that's kind of what we teach our kids, like Frozen. One of the characters, she does anything for a guy. She's in denial, but yet it's okay to do what she's doing. I thought that was pretty interesting. So yeah, just everyday life. It's funny that a woman will get judged and be spoken of, this horrible person, if she goes around and have different sleeping partners in short periods of time. But if a man does it, as such as a bachelor, he's praised. Oh, he's the man, he's this and that. And I just think that it's just very unfair. It's something that we still deal with to this day. They have a show called The Bachelor, and they basically play every part of why he's a bachelor. He can have any woman he wants. But when a girl does it, which they do have a show on it, that girl will still get criticized online about why she's on the show and she's kissing this guy. Oh, she's kissing this guy and this and that. So I just think that it's crazy that everyday sexism happens. We're told women is more emotional than men, or they're not masculine, or they're not as superior as a man. And I think that's just crazy. It's just an example of Hillary Clinton running for president. I thought that was pretty brave of her to run for. Whether you're against it or not, why can't a woman run for president? I seen a joke online that a man said she can't run for president. She's going to be on her period once a month. Like, what does that have anything to do with running for president and running the world? And I don't know. It's pretty crazy. So those are my examples for sexism. I do think the TED video was an amazing video. It taught me, it educated me on a lot of things. And I hope in the future that something changes. Will it? Who knows? It's been going on for generations. It's almost like instilled in us. But hopefully one day in the future, this subject will be taken very seriously and we will actually be equal in everything, just like race. So I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Thanks, guys.